Wagner Group claims capturing Bakhmut.
This post received a score of 5,500, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Technically, Napoleon had taken Moscow. It didn't serve him any good though.
He started with 600,000 troops. Only half were French, rest were Poles, Germans, Croats etc. By the time he reached Moscow he only had 100,000 left.
AKA Putin's war plan.
He underestimated his enemy. He expected that Tsar Alexander gonna capitulate after he taken Moscow. St. Petersburg was capital back then, that didn't happen. And then he found himself in deep shit, deep in enemy territory with winter approaching and his forced allies who were expected to protect flanks, Austria and Prussia, already starting secret negotiations with enemy. You always think you are a Stark. Sometimes you were actually a Greyjoy.
Who is waving a hot dog at whom in this scenario? The Chechens. Feels very on brand for them.
I can capture Asia on the first round of Risk. Holding it after that tends to be the issue.
A land war? In Asia? Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means, good old Princess Bride. That word actually means exactly what he thinks it means. Every single situation was in fact inconceivable.
Okay, now what? They sit in Bakhmut getting bombarded by the very defendable western hill overlooking the city, which was Ukraine's original plan anyway, while Ukraine keeps pushing the flanks and they get trapped. They retreat and Ukraine gets Bakhmut anyway? They keep pushing forward into Ukrainian defenses? Congrats on capturing some bombed-out buildings and a ruined town, I guess.
Wagner gets to claim victory, turn over the city to Russian mod, and withdraw before they get encircled. When Ukraine recaptures Bakhmut, Wagner gets to shift blame to the army because it wouldn't have fallen if they were still there. That is why they are still pushing in the city while their flanks are collapsing. It is all political.
Reality. Kremlin orders Wagner to hold Bakhmut indefinitely or face treason charges. How would a threat of treason motivate men who already have the death sentence of serving in Wagner? I mean Prigozhin.
It seems to me that Bakhmut overall was a valiant stand that allowed Ukraine valuable time to position itself to win the war even if losing the specific battle. In other words, Ukraine is in a much better position than Russia by being willing and valiant in its defense of Bakhmut, but not all is rosy. Ukraine still needs all the resources the West can give them to secure victory. The West needs to provide jets, moat long-range weaponry and be willing to remove some of the shackles that they have imposed on Ukraine in using this weaponry.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.